Hello, once again. I'm sure you're all pretty tired of seeing me at this point, but I'm going to try to make this particular video a little shorter and focus on scene breakdowns. Apparently, my other videos on the matter were too long, so here we are. I'll still put them down in the description if you want to see them and haven't yet, as they go into much more detail. Anyways, let's get started on scene breakdowns and why Alcina Dimitrescu is still a lesbian. Let me get started on why this is important to so many people. Lady Dimitrescu being a lesbian is the kind of representation we like to see. She's strong, capable, independent. She hates men, and she's hot. What's there not to like? That being said, her being a lesbian is also an important aspect to her character. Unlike if she was straight, bisexual, simply queer, etc. Her whole thing is that she hates men, and she makes this very clear throughout her section of the game. Her personality and character would be erased if she wasn't a lesbian. She would be a vastly different person and villain if she didn't make hating men and viewing them as inferior as her entire personality. That was a joke, by the way. She obviously has other personality traits. In this scene behind the text, we get the first glimpse into Lady Dimitrescu's character, and how does she spend her time here? She argues with her cult brother, Karl Heisenberg, and sneers at him, rolls her eyes, and even implies that she sees him as nothing more than an inferior child.
And don't be a sore loser! Go find your food somewhere else.
Quiet now, child. Adults are talking.
I'm the child. You're the one who's arguing with Miranda's decision.
You wouldn't know responsibility if it was welded
Oh,
to
keep
that
growing! One day your head might actually fit your ego!
Does any of this sound familiar in a later scene? Maybe when she's talking to a certain protagonist? So far, it's clear she's outwardly hostile to men, picking fights when it's not needed or warranted simply because she dislikes them and views herself as superior. As she should. We love a confident queen. All that being said, let's get into the scene where the entire family is introduced.
Man blood.
Man blood? Yeah, not even a person to them, just reduced to a source of food. But oh, they definitely flirted with him. Don't even get me started on the daughters and their fruity tendencies.
Mother, I bring you fresh prey.
Again, he's just food to them. I know, I literally just said I wouldn't do this. But let's take a moment to put on our thinking caps. In what world would it make sense that any of the Dimitrescus were romantically or sexually interested in Ethan? I've brought this up when people tried to say Daniela genuinely wanted to sleep with Ethan, but allow me to say it again. They are a family of sadistic cannibals. Would it not make sense for them to seem a little friendlier? Or even flirt with him to get his guard down, just to make it easier to attack him or surprise him? They relish in others' pain. That's the whole point of them being sadists. Pretending to be friendly or flirt with prey makes them more afraid when that trust is broken. And doesn't Cassandra even mention that fear makes the blood taste sweeter? When it comes to Daniela, she thinks he is in love with her, not necessarily the other way around. Aside from that, she literally wants to eat him, and she says such. I have a headcanon that Daniela is often the one they use to lure their prey in, because unlike her family, she seems more innocent and her smiles aren't always sadistic. She seems sweet and she's childish, perfect for tricking people. Not that she's not capable, but we know Daniela is the weakest Dimitrescu. Would it not also make sense for her to try and trick her prey into thinking she won't hurt them, just to stab them in the back? Apologies. I feel very strongly about this because Daniela is my favorite, and like Cassandra, she's often very misunderstood. Let's move on.
Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
Heisenberg is really the only man that gets referred to as a person. But even then, it's clear she hates him and thinks he's inferior.
Starting to go a little stale.
Then let's devour his man flesh quickly, Mother. I am the one who captured him.
Now, daughters. First, I must inform Mother Miranda. But later, well, there will be enough for everyone. Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
Anyways, while she never explicitly says she's a lesbian, because it literally wouldn't make sense to, her hating men is a key part of her character. Why are y'all so against the idea of her and her daughters being fruity? I've also gotten comments from other LGBTQ members like, well, I'm gay or lesbian and I wouldn't assume she's a lesbian. How's that cis-het validation coming along? Let's also talk about this scene and watch me struggle not to start an argument on why Lady Dimitrescu does love her daughters.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down. To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done.
There you are. All this for a child who isn't even here.
What the hell do...
You ungrateful, selfish wretch! You come into my house! You lay your filthy man-hands on my daughters! And now you even try to steal my property! How dare you!
Where do y'all even get the information that she's straight or likes men? Not only does she canonically regard them as inferior or less than people, given how she insults them every chance she gets and says man thing, but she never once even implies she likes men. Like I've said before, when we talk about how she's a lesbian, we look at how she treats men, how she regards them, the sapphic hints around her castle, her all-female staff, etc. It's an important part to her character, which is why we get upset when someone tries to say she likes men in any capacity, because not only are you canonically wrong, but you're erasing who she is.
But the Duke has his own room. She must like him. She can't be gay then.
Yes, because lesbians can't have male friends. The point is that she intentionally surrounds herself with only women, obviously occasionally the Duke as well, and whoever Rednick is, but she makes efforts to only see women when possible. If that's not the most lesbian thing I've ever heard, I don't know what to tell you at this point. If y'all can actually gather canon evidence that Alcina Dimitrescu likes men, I'd be more than happy to look at it. However, I'm 99% sure that proof doesn't exist. I wouldn't be surprised if all you're able to gather is voice lines taken out of context because you seem to be quite good at misunderstanding these characters. If you've been following me for a while, you'd know that I only recently started saying she's a lesbian like once a week. I used to only make jokes about it like once a month, but then y'all started with the hateful comments, the slurs, the misgendering, etc. Thanks for the content though. I'm not really expecting anyone but other LGBTQ members to even watch this, but kudos to you if you think she's straight and have made it this far without disliking or leaving a rude comment. Anyways, that's all I've got on the matter for the moment. Alcina Dimitrescu is a lesbian. It's an important part to her character, and that's why it matters to us. If you're curious and haven't seen them yet, be sure to check the description for the other 3 videos I've made on how she's a lesbian with canon proof. I've also got some questions for future content, if you'd want to answer them. Thank you all for watching. Remember to stay safe out there, drink plenty of water, eat lots of food, and I'll catch you next time.